Levi Whitney here with Uphill Cinema. Today I'm going to do a lighting breakdown of a documentary I shot quite a while ago, and let's play through some clips. And I just want to show you how you can actually, make documentaries a little more cinematic just by very subtle tweaks, and also, just thinking things through before you press record. So I'm going to show you just a couple clips.
It was, the world had ended. Basically, I didn't know how to live as a person with a disability. My name's Joel Noland, and we grew up all over the place. I come from a big family. I was playing football. I loved playing football. That was my sport of choice.
Okay, so here's the shots from the clips you just saw. So there's the interview. There's him coming down the stairs. His main shop, and then a shot of him working on it, and then there's a close-up shot actually of this, and I think that's actually right there. So if we dive into the interview, you'll see that right out of the gate there's these windows in the background, and it actually didn't bother me, because I actually really like the way this turned out and the way it looks. But they were a little too strong. There was too much sun coming in, and so we ended up flagging these off. So these are all flagged off back here, plus the blinds that we pulled down, and these are more like curtains. So, and actually I really liked it because just pulling that down just a little bit gave it that orange tone, that yellow orange tone, that gold tone, and I really liked it. And so we first started off, though, we turned off every light in the house, and now there's a big window over here. There's a 3-step window, and it's just like this. There's 3 windows here, and there's the 2 windows here with our talent right in the middle. So what we did here is I kept one of the windows open, and his blinds had 2 sets of blinds. They had a full like wooden blind and then some white diffusion. I shut all the windows off. So going into here, we flagged these windows, flagged those off. We actually did it outside though, but we did leave some coming in because we actually ended up using the black end of reflectors, and we just gaff taped them up. And then over here we flagged this window and this window. We flagged these off, and that's what you're getting right here. So these windows are flagged over here. Okay, so these, that one and this one. Now this window right over here is left wide open. This was left wide open, and we had just a teeny bit of diffusion right here. That's where the blinds were, like I said. So it wasn't enough light to wrap around them, and so I ended up throwing in this Visionsmith 1K Visionsmith LED, and we actually did put it pretty close to him in the ways of the distance because I wanted it soft, and then we threw in a softbox, and it was really close. You can't see it right off of camera, but it's pretty wrappy and pretty close, and I liked that look. The only thing is there wasn't enough depth to it. And so here's the camera right here. And so what we decided to do right here, this negative, because typically you light interviews, with the shadow opposite of the camera. So meaning whatever your key light is, you put the camera on the other side, so you're looking at the shadow. But because he is different, meaning he's taken an untraditional route in life, we decided to say, hey, let's do this different. Let's not do that typical lighting. And you can see too with that 1K, that nice little light right here in his eye, and right there. So, and I think that looks really nice. But like I said, it would have been too flat, and so right here, let me change the color. Right here, off camera, you can't see it. There is a big flag. We also put a big flag right here on a C-stand, and that's what this is right here. So it is literally like this, and it worked out just fine. And the camera here. So right there is what you're seeing. There's a lot of depth to this shot. You have your windows. Make sure to go over it again. We flagged all these windows off. There's not a light on in the house. Just all natural light plus 1K Vision Smith LED. This was at 5600K. So if you're wondering, let me write that in. 5600K. So you guys at least know the color temperature here. And so that was at 5600K. So yeah, that's this look right there. So for this shot, I wanted a more silhouette look of him coming down the stairs, kind of, you know, separating himself from his everyday life to more of his work life and creative life. And so what we ended up doing was we got the same light. So here's the front room. This is where we interviewed him. We put him right here, and this is all that depth that we had. So when we got done, we actually did the B-roll, and we put the same light. We took the diffusion off of it. We turned it on about halfway and just bounced it right up into the wall here. So let's go like this here. And this light is just going straight this direction, bouncing back off of his white walls. And you can see it really well right here. So you can't see the light. We put it down here, put it all the way down, and it's just bouncing back off, giving him this nice little look here. And what's nice is it just gives him just a little separation around his legs, and as he comes a little farther down, it looks pretty cool. I like the shot, and we were really low. I think we're on 16mm right here, shooting straight up. So that's this shot right there. One light, nothing too crazy, and it was at 5600K, same exact light. Okay, so for this scene right here, the reason why I wanted to add this was because I wanted to show you what you can do if you just kind of slow down and take a look at your surroundings. So these next three shots are not lit by any of the lights we brought. And so when I came in, I talked to Joel and I said, hey, how are these controlled? Because I noticed this box up here where, you know, he plugs in his equipment and these lights actually. So you can't really see it. Let's see, maybe I can zoom in. So this right here is just a plug-in light. And right here, you can see the plugs. We unplugged them, just hung them over some other cords. We unplugged them from here. Same with this light. So this light and this light, and there's a couple over here. You can't see them, but they're all just run into these boxes. So we unplugged them all. You can see them right there. So then we plugged in these shop lights because they were already in his place, and that's what he used them for, was to see stuff. So what we decided to do was just plug these in and just do a beam of light here and a beam of light here, and then use the natural sunlight. And then over here, we actually went back outside. There was another window well, and we flagged off the window well. And so that is one thing that we did do that you won't be able to see, but we did flag off this window well, and that gave us a couple different looks, and I actually really liked the way it turned out. It gave us that look, just a different angle. This is from over here, That's what this look is. And it's a little later in the day. And then it also gave us this look. There is no change of lighting. We didn't change where the lighting was. We didn't change color temp. We didn't change anything. And you can see it's just, you know, just a good little separation around his face. And then what's really nice too is just this kiss of light, just enough to give some detail into his eyes. And yeah, you know, so hopefully this is a easy breakdown, you know, just in the ways of slowing things down and look at your surroundings, see what you can do with what you have. And yeah, I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week for more gear reviews, tips and tricks, and film theory. Hit me up on Instagram, and talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I don't know if it's selfish or not, but you just have this need to create, to make something. I do. And when I make something, I'm fulfilling that need, and when it's done, it fulfills someone else's need, their need to play the instrument, to make music. You can connect with them that way, and it fills a need that you have.